Jai Mohanji, we will continue to read I Am Mohanji, Volume 2, Grace Leads to an Enlightened State. Jai Mohanji friends, thank you for joining. We are on Chapter 6. The title of the chapter is Let Me Complete. We were conducting a 2-day Acharya event at Mohanji Pune Center. The program comprised activities such as yoga, meditation, conscious walking, and playing a most recent video of Mohanji Satsang. The satsangs are generally in the format of Q&A. The questions could be posed by an individual per se, but it has come to people's experiences that the answers that Mohanji gives have universal application. The other commonly agreeable factor is that they magically become apt in the current time for the current situation, and most importantly, they have given effects individually. The duration of our Acharya program on each day was scheduled for almost 4 hours. That's a long stretch. We had intended that we would incorporate a short break in between. Snacks and drinks were arranged. Hot samosas, dhoklas, and cool refreshing fruits had arrived. It had already been over 2 hours of continuous participation in the program. The aromatic smell from the tempting snacks became irresistible. I would like to mention that we were not in a very formal kind of setting. It was a small group of close associates, so things sometimes got allowed a free flow. We did not set up a specific time in particular as break time. Mohanji's satsang video was playing, and he was addressing a participant's question. We had been attentively listening, until the snacks arrived. Then all the attention was diverted to the savory fragrance filling up the room and of course the minds as well. The temptation couldn't be held any further, and we commonly decided to go for a break. My hands moved to grab the mouse to bring the video to pause. The further chronology of the incident can best be visualized in slow motion. I have grabbed the mouse. I have positioned the cursor perfectly on the pause icon on the screen. I have stretched my finger up and am about to click to bring the video to a pause. Before my finger hits the mouse, in that exact fraction of the second, in that perfectly aligned moment, we hear the roar of the words, "Let me complete," sounding from the laptop. Like a shock received, I pulled my fingers away from the mouse. Technically, these words of Mohanji are part of the video that had been playing. But there is a lot of context to it when we contemplate. The most significant one is that Mohanji is live in his pictures. Live is in inverted. Mohanji is live in his pictures, in his spoken words, in his written words, in the video recordings, and in everything that connects us to him or even reminds us of him. Furthermore, Mohanji's words became alive beyond time and space. Words spoken by him at one point in time in one specific context became relevant in another point in time to a completely different context. Actually so, more than relevant, because they carry the power to solve a difficulty, a problem, a pain, or a sorrow from deep within the roots. The video we had been playing was not a live stream. It was a pre-recorded video from a previously held satsang. However, previously the satsang might have been recorded. When we are playing it, it becomes live to us in the moment. We may have connected to Mohanji through a computer, but he is not just an image on the computer. He is very much a living presence in the room. In our temptation to the snacks, unconsciousness veiled the remembrance that Mohanji is present live. We habitually looked upon him as only an image on the computer and thus were attempting to pause. If we had been conscious, then we would consider his laptop presence no less than physical presence and would not interrupt him abruptly in the middle. We would rather patiently wait for him to complete what he is addressing. Or maybe, if the temptation of the things are too binding, we could just go to him or within our own selves, which is the same thing, and seek his approval to put him on a pause. It only strengthens our level of being conscious in the time and our full conviction to believe His presence to be live. Mohanji's thundering words, "Let me complete," brought all of us back to consciousness in an instant. He roared aloud for abruptly disturbing him. He roared aloud for disturbing him in the midst of him answering a question. We were all feeling very blessed to live this experience. He had made us feel His living presence in a very strong manner. It became an incident that we shall remember for a long time. It became an important incident to take our consciousness to the next level. What is the ultimate destination that we are trying to achieve through spirituality? It is the state of being fully conscious. Fully conscious that it is indeed the supreme energy at play. We need to totally disintegrate ourselves to the level we realize that our soul factor is the real one running our show. When such small incidences of making us conscious add up, we speedily make our journey to reach our destination, which is being fully conscious. Being fully conscious is in inverted commas. Next chapter, chapter 7, the title is Mohanji Prevents My Fall. Subtitle, Mohanji Prevents My Fall. I am out for some work. I am preparing to embark on my scooter that is parked to the side of the road. As I tilt the scooter to lift up the parking stand, the tilt wrongly goes miscalculated, making my vehicle bend out of proportion. The gravitational pull could be acutely felt, and I was set in a motion to fall on the ground. Being deeply connected to Mohanji, I am always occupied with his thoughts. The thoughts, or rather the words that were occupying me were, "Walk, keep walking. If you fall, I will hold you." Now, these assurances by Mohanji are apparently for the spiritual walk. Nevertheless, these assurances have provenly given effects in all spheres of life. My fall of the scooter is connected to the physical sphere of existence. I tangibly experienced Mohanji preventing my fall. An invisible force, very subtle, so subtle that if the mind is overoccupied or scattered around in too many places, there is every chance that it can go unnoticed. An invisible, subtle force was strongly felt to lift me back to a balancing position and prevent my fall to the ground. All laws of science defied. The thoughts that were already sitting in my mind were now felt in a more pronounced manner, and I was actually experiencing Mohanji holding me and not letting me fall. This is really amazing that Mohanji's words, which I was just limiting to spiritual walk, actually were giving me effects in a physical walk. Mohanji or Mohanji's words can't be restricted to any planes or boundaries. Mohanji has elaborately explained supreme consciousness as brightness, as brilliance, and as infinite presence. Even a small experience like this is a chance to experience all great attributes of Mohanji's grand stature. He is present in the thin air that surround us all the time. He is watchful of all our activities. He protects in the perfect nick of time. He is an infinite presence, way beyond any physical form can contain him. Every aspect of existence is nothing but one consciousness. Every being, every object, animate, inanimate, are forms of consciousness. The whole existence is nothing but consciousness at work. When we have clarity, especially the clarity that has come to us through an experience, we gain a lot of strength to face any kind of situation in life. I have learned from Mohanji that life keeps bringing situations to us one after another. They just come. We do not know they are coming. We don't have any plans to counter them. We simply need to face them head on. This is how life is. What we need to do is to believe in ourselves that we will have the instinct to counteract the situation. Along with belief in self, it is good to have a connection with a true master who has already attained truth and has established himself in consciousness. When we are truly and sincerely connected to a master, we are protected. Nothing can then touch through the strong armor. A new perspective gets added to facing situations. I am able to live my life free from any fears or anxieties or insecurities. When a situation comes, we just need to be our best in the situation, holding firmly on the faith that I am in my Master's care. He is fully looking after me. The situation, however hard, does not feel so hard then. We are also able to accept the effects from the situation even if they are painful, understanding them as part of karma required to go through, trusting that the master is in the shortest and the simplest way, allowing exhaustion of our karma in this lifetime itself. I have understood that a master's operating frequency is different from ours. He works from the causal layer and has a larger vision beyond our current lifetime. So even if a pain has come to us, and if our faith of being in the protection of the Master is unshakable, we shall spontaneously nurture beingness. Beingness is in inverted. We shall spontaneously nurture beingness to our role in the larger picture. The exhaustion of karma eventually is getting us closer to the end of the birth-death cycle. Liberation. Thy name is Mohanji. Next chapter, chapter 8, Valentine's Day. Divine Trails of Datta. In inverted, Divine Trails of Datta, a pilgrimage program, was facilitated by Mohanji Foundation in February 2024. The pilgrimage with Mohanji was about visiting the power centers of Lord Dattatreya like Shri Vitthal Rakhumai Mandir in Pandharpur, Shri Kshetra Gangapur associated with Shri Narsimha Saraswati Swami, holy place of Shri Swami Samartha Maharaj in Akkalkot, Samadhi temples of Shri Swami Shankar Maharaj and Shri Swami Jangli Maharaj in Pune, Samadhi temples of Sant Gyaneshwar Maharaj in Alandi and Sant Tukaram Maharaj in Dehugaon, and last but not the least, Mohanji Center at Pune, which is an important Dattatreya energy powerhouse. Mohanji Pune Center is our Vaikuntha and our Kailash. The dates planned for visiting these places in Pune cluster were allotted for 14 and 15 February. Special dates indeed. I am sure it struck you as well. The dates coincided with Valentine's Day. I felt a thrill running deep down my nerves. Mohanji, who is love, whose mere presence changes people of hate to people of love, is visiting on Valentine's Day. Mohanji's name itself is a synonym for the word love. That Mohanji would be here in his physical presence on the International Love Day. Team Pune got on their toes to give Mohanji a Valentine welcome as he placed his sacred foot on the soils of Pune city. We chose a theme, red. All of us planned to dress in red. We decorated the place with red-colored heart-shaped balloons. We greeted Mohanji and all the people who accompanied Mohanji with beautiful red roses. A heart-shaped cake and more such things were arranged. The place was filled with love. I had just about finished writing volume 1 of my book, I Am Mohanji, and had got the first lot printed. What a blessed opportunity came my way to present this as a Valentine's Day gift to Mohanji. I bought a beautiful heart-shaped gift box, perfect in size to hold the book neatly in place. I then topped it with a layer of fresh red rose petals to allow the surprise for another few more minutes before the mystery unraveled. Mohanji ceremoniously unribboned it and made a soft release of the book. The official release happened soon in the following week on 23rd February on Mohanji's birthday. This incident, which felt like a closed chapter, had part 2 to it as well. It was an even bigger surprise coming my way, a reciprocal of love. One day I receive a call from another devotee. He says that Mohanji has signed an item for me and supposedly given it to him to be delivered to me. The devotee is from Mumbai while I am based in Pune. There's something in the brackets. We made a move back home in Pune for good after having spent 5 beautiful years in the United States of America. This sentence is in brackets. He asked me about my availability, and we coordinated amongst the two of us and planned on a date that he could come over to my house. Meanwhile, my mind was trying to capture every thought possible to anticipate what was the surprise coming to me. What was Mohanji sending to me? Could it be one of his accessory items? Could it be a book that he has authored? Or could it be a picture from his birthday celebrations? The day came when the gift finally got delivered to me. This was a gift that was way beyond just an accessory item or a signed book that my limited book brain could imagine. Mohanji had signed and sent me the same beautiful heart-shaped box in which I had presented the book to him. It was a heart in exchange for a heart. Technically, it is just a box that Mohanji signed and probably thought of returning it back to me as a souvenir, as practically it is difficult for him to stock these kinds of things received from devotees. But to me, it is Mohanji's heart in its most real attributes that he has sent. Mohanji sending his heart to me. What more do I need from this life at all? I often bring my ear close to it to check if it is making a throbbing sound. Or maybe it does already. I need to become more subtle to be able to listen. This is very special to me. उनसे कहना दूर सही पर दिल तो उन्हीं के पास है तू ये संदेशा उनको सुनाना ओ तू ये संदेशा उनको सुनाना मैं पीछे आया कबूतर जा 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 कबूतर जा 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 कबूतर जा 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 कबूतर जा जा जा. These are the lines from a famous Bollywood song from the movie Maine Pyar Kiya, and it says, I sure may have gone far away, but my heart is left behind with you. Please convey this message to my dear beloved until I follow soon. Oh dear messenger pigeon, go fly off, go fly off, go fly off. The lines have a romantic appeal, but they perfectly suit the moment. A devotee mad in devotion feels the separation from his beloved God just the way two people deeply in love do. Soon after, Mohanji was scheduled to leave for his months-long trip to countries abroad, touring to Australia, USA and Europe. This is a long time separation. While I could happily endure the pain of the separation, Mohanji decided to make it easy for me. I may not be able to accompany Mohanji on all his tours, but he left his heart with me, which never lets me feel the separation from him. We are a bundle of numerous dimensions. We are made up of many frequencies. God has made man in his own image, means what dimensions we experience are the dimensions plus more present in the source. The source, supreme consciousness, is all frequencies. Here in this story of mine, we get to see the romantic dimension of the source. When we make a true connection with the Guru becomes everything to us, our father, mother, friend and brother. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva Tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Different people of different constitutions connect in their own different ways. As is our feeling, so is the response back from God. He never denies any devotee of any expression. We can only express as per how we are, how our constitution is. We cannot express anything otherwise. Mohanji acknowledged my true love for him and interestingly dramatized the whole thing, making it memorable for life. These are two beautiful pictures from Valentine's Day. One is Mohanji with all the group. It is Pune team as well as the team which was traveling for the Datta trails. You can see how everybody is dressed in red and how the whole thing is decorated in red, and how very gladly the whole team is celebrating Valentine's Day with Mohanji, the symbol of love. The next picture is me holding the heart-shaped box which Mohanji signed and returned it back to me. It is not a box, as I mentioned. It is his real heart which he sent across to me and which never lets me feel any separation from him. We've come to the end of this chapter. We can stop here for now. I hope you are enjoying all the stories. Thank you for connecting every week. Thank you. Stay blessed. Jai Mohanji.